I'm Robert Paris for B News Sports, and welcome to another edition of Red Devil Classics, where we take a look back at some of the finest moments from past seasons of BHS varsity football. This week, we are going back to the 2006 season, where the Red Devils took on the Natick Redmen in the MIAA Division II semifinals. For more on this game, we turn over to fellow B News Sports reporter, Phil Acaro.
Thanks, Robert. Just a few weeks after the biggest win in program history against Woburn and finishing the regular season undefeated with a Thanksgiving win over Lexington, it was time to face off perhaps the biggest opponent in Red Devil football history, the Natick Redmen. Now known as the Redhawks, Natick was the defending Super Bowl champion and winners of 26 straight games going back to 2004. Needless to say, the Devils dominated the Redmen. Not convinced? See it for yourself. Let's go back to November 28th, 2006 at Alumni Field on the campus of Acton Boxborough Regional High School and join Dan Brothers and Paul Strati as the Burlington Red Devils and the Natick Redmen face off in the MIAA Division II semifinal.
Come out three, and it's intercepted. Goodbye, he's going in. I'll tell you, great play, great receiver. Has some blockers again, nice tuck right through.
But he gets wrecked right around midfield.
Kick. Pierce with it, he's at the 50. Pierce needs a block going down the 40. 45, 30. Pierce has got some room. Pierce could go all the way. 10, there you go. 5, touchdown. Kyle Pierce down the line.
Number 20, Garrett Redfern. Number 23, Theodore Moran. Number 27, David Kane. Number 36, Michael Roach. Number 40, James Buckley. Number 42, Anthony Cucinato. Number 45, William Lundgren. Number 54, Napi Samuel. Number 60, Christopher Costanzo. Number 66, Brian Warren. Number 67, Robert Moran. Number 74, Jeremy Steele. Number 77, Paul Lanero. Number 8, John Boucher. Number 85, Kevin Pickett. Number 87, Sean Smith. And number 88, Derek Drum, the seniors of the Red Devils. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior class from the Natick Redmen, number 00, Douglas Murphy.
Do you want to move over?
Number 14, Aaron Martino. Number 19, Mike Russo. Number 21,
Can you get close up to them now?
Number 2,
Don't go wide. If you're close up to the better.
Anthony Small.
If you want to get shots to them, get shots to them too.
Haddad. Number 32, Tom Henry. Number 38, Brian Murphy. Number 4, C.J. Franklin. Number 40, Matt Hamill.
Looks like
Number 42, Nick LeGrand. Number 44, Garrett Galuska. Number 45, Brian Reynolds. Number 46, Adam Childress. 55, Brian Peckham.
Might be.
Number 56, Ryan Lieberman. Number 58, Mustafa Musa. Number 67, Ryan Clover. Number 68, Philip Borby. Number 77, David Devaney. Number 79, Kevin Fair. Number 8, Josh Jones. Number 81, Steve Smith. Number 89, Mike Slattery. Number 9, Jeff Libby. Number 93, Martin Gomez. And number 99, Miguel Rios. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2007, Natick Redmen. Ladies and gentlemen, today's contestants earned their place here as a result of a long, challenging, and successful season. And regardless of the outcome of today's contest, each team will remain champions in the hearts and minds of their proud community. In keeping with the spirit of this championship and our respect for the accomplishments of these two outstanding teams and their communities, the MIAA and its member schools would like to remind all who are present today that they are expected to show the utmost respect for the game officials, coaches, and athletes, and their opponents by cheering their teams on in positive ways. There will be no tolerance for cheers or comments that demean, taunt, ridicule, or are meant to embarrass anyone who is in participation of this contest. The MIAA taunting policy will be strictly enforced. No warnings will be given. Failure to honor this policy will result in ejection from Edward M. Leary Field. We trust that all will honor the MIAA taunting policy and help to make this a memorable day for your outstanding student athletes and coaches. We would like to extend our congratulations to the Redmen of Burlington High School, that's the Red Devils of Burlington High School, the Redmen of Natick for their outstanding seasons. Please, if you will stand. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you will please stand, remove your caps, face the flag in the north end zone as we play our national anthem. 74, Captain Jeremy Steele. Number 77, Captain Paul Anero. Number 85, Captain Kevin Pickett. Wearing their red jerseys, the captains of the Natick Redmen, Captain number 4, C.J. Franklin. Number 31, Captain Nick Haddad. Number 32, Captain Tom Henry. Number 79, Captain Kevin Fair.
Good evening and welcome to a raucous Leary Field on the campus of Acton Boxborough High School. Dan Brothers Paul Strati, Rich Kaplan, about 50 people on a BCAT crew, and about 5,000 people packed into a place that's meant to hold about 1,500. And fellas, they've waited a long time for this in this town. It's time to kick the ball up and play some football.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, kind of a damp night here tonight, so the playing field might be a little slick out there, but right now, both teams, 2 undefeated teams coming in here. Natick, 26 in a row, very impressive, defending Super Bowl champ Division II. Burlington coming in, first time ever into the playoffs. Exciting night here tonight. Sean McGuire's been saying all week he couldn't go anywhere in town without somebody bumping into him and saying something to him.
Local celebrity.
Yeah, he certainly.
That status.
He certainly is. You two guys bring a different perspective. A lot's gone into this game, talking about the guys in the skill position, but as parents of guys who played in the trenches, that's where this game will probably be won tonight.
This game will be won in the concession stand, I believe. Their pizza could stand to be a little bit better. Could be a little bit warmer, but I'm hopeful that the popcorn will be better. Uh-oh.
Sorry. But like you were saying, Danny, the trenches, Burlington, again, Natick coming out with some big kids. They got a big offensive and defensive line. They're going to be a challenge. They're very evenly matched, similar to the Woburn team.
All right, here's the kickoff, and we're on the way.
It'll come down to Caucasian in the end zone. And he'd be able to get it back to the 6-yard line. Not the start you're looking for, but a 94-yard drive wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, again, he misplayed the ball that time. Though. Had the ball play him, skipped through his legs, went all the way into the end zone, came out and got out to about the 6-7-yard line. So not a good start here for the Devils.
Of course,
you guys are a little nervous.
I was going to say the thing, Rich, you have to talk about here is the emotions of everything and how they're going to handle it, especially in the first quarter.
Exactly.
All right, well, let's get them all settled down, and Red Devils will be on their way.
Walsh has them over the center. Single setback is Marvinitas. 4 receivers for the Devils in their house package. Back to pass goes Walsh now. Looking, he's in trouble. We're waiting for the signal.
Yeah, he's right on.
That's it, that's a safety.
Well,
It's a safety, so again, first play goes through his legs. Second play, Walsh gets sacked in the end zone for a safety. So Burlington's got a free kick the ball. So not the start that we were looking for here tonight.
well, you know, sometimes we had just mentioned emotion, how they're going to handle it. The kickoff comes down, it splits 2 guys, they get the ball at the 6. First play, they go play action, and they get sacked in the end zone. Not the start you're looking for if you're Coach McGuire.
I think Walsh took a little bit too much time back there, considering that they've never played this team. They don't know what to expect on a pass rush. It was a little bit too much time.
Yeah, exactly. He was a little bit long back there. A little bit long in getting that pass off. And again, he broke in. He allowed his man to come in. So, again, Burlington starting the whole swing here. I mean, everybody, 2 seconds ago, we were all excited about this. Now Burlington's down 2-0, and they got to give up the ball to Natick.
Well, you know something, for the field position they started with, to give up 2 points and to kick the ball away, not so bad.
Well, now's where it gets interesting. They're going to go play defense, and some coaches would rather have their defense on the field first. Obviously, Tom Lamb, the recipient of that here. So Walsh will put the ball on the tee. Back deep for the Redmen are 24. Of course,
24. He's
no 24. 34 back there as well. It's Eric Wellhoff. And number 7, Bret Flutie. That's a name that certainly has made
Flutie?
some news. In,
How many Fluties are there? I
well,
thought
these are now the nephews and the...
the nieces.
well, I don't think he's a niece. His name's Brett.
That could be short for Brettina.
Well, let's see how he runs the ball before we make that call. So Walsh has it sideways in the tee. Lets it go nicely. It goes to Flutie at the 37-40. 45 with the seam. And he's brought down as he crosses over the midfield stripe for the Devils at the bottom of the pile. is number 8, and that's John Pucci.
So Bret Flutie with a decent return, about 17-yard return, puts Natick in great field position. They're going to take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Sounds like we've got a lot of Natick fans here too. I hear nothing but.
Well, Rich, in spite of your,
wonder.
in spite of your 1 hour and 37-minute trip from Burlington to Acton, it was determined that this is a Natick side of the field. Although there are a lot of people from Burlington. I formation for the Redmen. Deep handoff. That goes to number 2, Scott McCummings, it looks like, I believe. Or number 3, Anthony Smalls. Left side, he gains about 6 on the play. Correction, 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Got some heifers there on the Natick line there. Let's see, 79. What do we got for statistics for him?
Big. That's Paul's buddy, Kevin Fair. 6'4", 340.
He's the big kid out there, 340.
So it's 2nd down. We're going to call it 6. Ball is on the Burlington 43-yard line. 2 receivers sit over here to the right. Again, the I formation.
Burlington coming.
Here comes a number 3. Smalls again with a move towards the corner of the end zone. And it's out at the 1-yard line.
Oh, boy, that doesn't look good. Now, we haven't seen Natick play at all this year, so we have no idea what to expect. I'm sure they've been scouted a lot, but they look pretty strong.
Yeah, just a quick, again, Burlington with some shabby tackling out there. They had him maybe for a couple-yard gain, broke to the outside, and again, sheer speed down the sidelines, took it in.
Of course, Paul, the thing you're talking about, number 3, Smalls comes out of the game. They're in a full house backfield. Inside handoff, fumble on the play.
Looks like a Red Devil ball.
That's going to go back to the 6-yard line. I think Natick's fullback, number 31, Nick Haddad, made the recovery correction. And there's a whistle as number 1, Theo McCummings, the quarterback, is slow to get up.
So again, loose ball that time. Burlington missing the opportunity to pick up
that
ball.
I know one thing, Paul, you said in your pregame report, we were talking before the game, this is a team built a lot of quickness and speed, and you've seen it thus far.
Yeah, especially on the outside there. He showed tremendous speed around the outside there. Just beat the end, got around. But Burlington, again, nice defensive stop that time. Ball came loose. Instead of being on the 1-foot line, now they're back around the 6-yard line. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Well, junior Theo McCummings come out, and freshman Scott McCummings comes in at quarterback, number 2. Full house backfield, left side. That goes to Nick Zambarano. Let's see if you can say that one straight. That's a fellow Italian buddy of yours. We know you always have a problem with those Irish names.
So he picked up about 2 yards on the play, so it's going to be, looks like he's third and
goal. It's going to be at the 3.
6?
No, it's about the 3, Paul. I know it looks like that yellow line. You have the 10.
I'm sorry, yeah.
You go inside 2 more of the 5.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, one of these multi-purpose fields are loaded with lines, most of them soccer lines.
Okay, let's see if the D can stand up to this.
Nick Haddad for the touchdown.
So again, not a good start here. Natick coming out on fire. First they get the safety, and then they drive about 45 yards for a touchdown. They made it look easy, Danny.
Well, you know, there's a team that came in and haven't won 26 in a row. I mean, we're not talking about a team that's chopped liver. But you know what? I mean, let's think back to what Burlington's done the last couple of games, and maybe it's the hoopla and the hype of this whole thing. But the most important thing to remember is that, you know what? There's still a lot of time left. They've proved in their last couple of contests. So the extra point attempt here. Ball is down, kick is up, straight through the middle. That's by number 19, Mike Russo. And one thing I said coming in today, one of the differences could be is the strength of this kid's foot. They wanted the difference in Thanksgiving for framing him was a field goal off the foot of Russo.
So hopefully Burlington now has got over the jitters here in the first couple of minutes here. They kind of, I mean, I think it was like, you know, first time in the playoffs, they had the jitters going out there, a couple of mistakes being made. Natick, a good team, taking advantage of those mistakes, and they go up 9-0.
I'm sure Coach McGuire is settling them down as we speak. Because Burlington's really got to start showing their stuff.
Exactly.
I mean, we're a good team here. We're competitive. We can get back into this game.
I mean, you look at the Woburn game; they were down 14-0 at half. So you got to look. There's some comparisons there.
The only downside is you live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's something you don't want to be getting yourself into. Is deficits at halftime. Now, one thing that Sean's brother Steven always said, and sitting in the seat before you, Paul, was there's 3 aspects to football: offense, defense, and special teams. You know, right now they're not doing a good job at any of them, but it's a good time to start right now. This offense, we're led by a 4-year quarterback. It's time for them to step up and make something happen.
That's right, exactly. So, again, they got 2 guys back here, Caucasian and Pierce, who can return it.
Russo on the tee. He's got a foot. He scribs it along the ground. Picked up by Marmonitis. Up to the 30. Where is he? He just keeps going.
Looks like he crossed the
36-yard line, where the tackle's made by number 37, Tommy Brandt. You know, one thing, Paul, I can say is the sight lines from here are very difficult. Being so low, you see a lot of glare off the turf.
Exactly.
And it's tough to find the ball carrier.
So the ball's going to be on the 36.
I like this big yellow. I like the big yellow circle in the middle of the field. Do they use this for basketball as well?
Oh, it's soccer. You had to bring that word up. Anyway, split backfield. Marmonitis right side with some room.
There it goes.
Needs a block.
And he's brought down on the outside.
That's it. All right.
Into Natick territory at the 46-yard line.
Again, he was 1 block away from breaking that, going down the sideline.
Very close. All right, now it's time for Burlington to really
coming up on a big run.
yeah, they show them what they're made of.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Walsh has them out. They'll stay split with Buckley and Marmonitis. Hand off Marmonitis left side, runs into the middle, keeps his feet moving, and he's down about the 43-yard line when number 32 for the Redmen, Tom Henley, makes the stop.
Henley coming up from his corner position at that time, but again, Marmonitis picking up some decent yards over there. He got about, I want to say, got about 4 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 6.
More importantly, the clock is rolling. The Red Devils offense is on the field. Wide left is Harrington, wide right Pierce. Inside here now Caucasian. And Caucasian does a good job at getting back to the line of scrimmage, where number 33, Mike Zamborano, got into the backfield to slow the play down, but
They fooled Natick that time with the misdirection play that time, and he was kind of waiting for him to make the cut there. He was waiting for Caucasian to come in.
Taking a look at number 77 on Natick's defensive line, I think. We got a 77.
oh, we do. He's a big boy. David Devaney, 6'2", 200. Good size boy.
All right, you got some big boys up there.
3rd and 5.
Play action, weak side blitz. He gets it away. It's complete to Marmonitis. And he's inside the 30 where he'll have a 1st down. And Walsh just got rid of that one.
Walsh on the run.
He just got rid of that in time. He was about to get sacked from behind. Blind side, he didn't see the defender coming in. Got a nice pass away, though, and picks up a big 1st down for Burlington.
1st down and 10 at the 29-yard line. The offense doing the job it's done week in and week out. Straight formation, Marmonitis right side. Still on his feet down about the 25-yard line, running behind big Jeremy Steele and Paul Lanero.
Again, those 2 hustlers, they're making some room out there.
Oh, yeah, I see. Definitely see him pushing some Natick guys around.
Well, when you're 265 pounds, you should.
So he picked up 4 on that play, 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, Marmonitis and Buckley stay in the backfield. Inside handoff, Marmonitis, right side with some room, down to the 2-yard line where he was stopped.
Oh, beautiful
All right,
run.
here we go now. Now we're playing Burlington ball.
Okay, Burlington showing them that they're going to play them a game today.
Well, you know what, you got 2 teams who've won 22 games between the 2 of them. I don't think one's going to have the effect that the other one did in game 1. Split backfield, 1st and goal from the 2. Marmonitis, right side, drives, and he'll be inside the 1-yard line.
Very close.
Where he'll be just shy of the touchdown.
Yeah, I thought he was in, but it's going to be right on the goal line. It's kind of hard to tell with all these other lines.
Soccer, that's all I can say.
It's at the 1-yard line, probably the 1-foot line.
We're going to stay with a wide left, 2 receivers. That is Pierce and Harrington. Tight end Pickett's on the right side. Single, the backs are split with, here's Walsh driving towards the end zone, and he should be in. Touchdown!
That's it.
Touchdown. We got us a game, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Burlington showing them what they're all about.
That's it, Ryan! That's it, baby, let's go!
So now the decision for Coach Walsh and what he wants to
He's
do.
1 for 1. He's got Matt Valley in there, so I think
Okay. I didn't see Valley come on the field. I was making sure that our
somebody down for Natick, it looks like.
Domino's Pizza update had. Hopefully they'll deliver pizzas to us. Usually if you mention them, they run the pizzas down right away.
Yeah, that's good.
So hopefully the game will play at like 7 o'clock on Monday, and when you guys have your sports line show, the pizzas will come flying in the studio.
We'd like to see some pizza flying in the studio, actually.
So Natick player hurt in the end zone, gets up, coming off, number 31.
That's Haddad. He scored their touchdown early in the game.
So Valley's on now for the point after.
And this is one area that they've got to convert, Paul. They can't give these points away.
That's right.
Maimonides will hold the ball. Here's a snap, ball down, kick is up, looks good, and it is good.
That's it.
4:43. 4:43 left on the big scoreboard here at Leary Field as the teams come back upfield. 9-7, and I think that the people coming out here, the Rocky Nelsons who I saw in the crowd earlier, and some of the bipartisan fans certainly expect the football game, and they're going to get one.
Sure. I think everyone's expecting a great game here. Most people probably expecting the future Super Bowl winner will probably come out of this game.
Well, I think the people in Foxborough may want to have something to say about that. A big win by them against Mansfield. Mansfield, the number 2 ranked team in the state, and kind of got whomped on Thanksgiving Day. They had their ticket already punched in for the Super Bowl final this Saturday, so... But you know what they say, that's why they play the games.
So again, Burlington showing a lot of character, comes back here with 4:43 left in the first quarter. After a tough start, Rich, they came back, they showed their character, come back. Maimonides going in for the score, point after good, and we got a 9-7 ball game.
Now let's see if the defense can stretch some of their stuff now. Maybe the offense can get the defense fired up.
Again, I think the nerves. Natick's been here a number of times.
I was just going to jump on Rich's point, Paul, to say the emotion, the build-up. From Thursday until now, they might as well have played the game on Friday. If you asked all these kids.
Yeah. In fact, I would almost like to see Burlington take a gun on defense the first time instead of receiver.
Yeah. Oh, there's a skipper.
So we're going to have a similar situation here.
That's right. There's the one. There you go.
Nice hit.
Nathan Pierce with a big hit. You know what's fun, Paul, is sometimes they say, let the pictures do all the noise, the work. Well, between the pictures and all these people up here on Porch Row yelling, could be easy.
Yeah, that time it was kind of a reverse that time. Natick this time having trouble with the kickoff all the way into the end zone. Picked it up, came out, and got whacked around the 10-yard line.
Well, here we go.
Looks like they're starting about the 15.
Good field position.
Line, 1st and 10.
One thing, I'll make a mention about those 2 kickoffs after this play. So, McCummings is back in at quarterback. Single setback for the Redmen as number 3 Smalls inside of nothing.
Look at that. All right,
there's some big horses in there. Steele's got to be in there. Lonero's got to be in there. Paul, one thing to mention, these teams both played on natural grass surfaces on Thanksgiving. It was very muddy. It was very wet. The ball wasn't skipping like that. On this turf, the ball will take off. And you've seen it on both kickoffs that have resulted in good field position for the defenses.
Right, and there's a fine mist falling right now, so the field is a little slick out there, and that ball's hitting that surface, and it's taken off, and that's a good point, Danny. That tied on Thanksgiving Day, it wasn't moving.
Loss of 2 in the play, 2nd down and 12. Option to the left. Oh, he's going to be dropped. First on the stop is 74, and we've called his name time and time again.
Yeah, Mr. Steele's out there having a whale of a game now, and the defense for Burlington now starting to come alive out there.
Steele, Lonero, Lundgren, and Pickett up front have had a dominating season.
I played no gain on that play, so it's going to be 3rd and 12.
Miliano, Harry, Pearson, Roach to the backfield. You got Brian Warren, along with Maimonides and Buckley in the middle. A defense
huge defensive play coming up right here.
3rd down and 12.
Receivers here, right in front of us.
Number 40.
Yeah.
Roll out to the right. He's in trouble. Throws intercepted. Buckley intercepts the ball, and he's down to the 10-yard line. 1st and 10, Red Devils.
Oh, Burlington really stepping it up now.
Jim Buckley stepping in on an attempted pass that time. Great interception. Had it thrown it into a crowd. So Buckley comes up with a big interception.
First and
the 12-yard line, 1st and 10.
They can get a 1st down at the 2. 1st and 10 for the Devils. Again, wide right, Pierce, wide left, inside Marmonitis, slips through, but he goes into the grasp of number 32 for the Redmen. That's Tom Henley.
I got another Natick player down, number 77.
I tell you, that's 3 people who've been down so far. That's not, and again, you start to go onto these surfaces, and there's not as much give.
We were walking across to the other side there, we're walking on the field. It's a hard surface, not a lot of give.
Like painted concrete.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, though. It's just the new stuff. It's the soft, spongy stuff, but it doesn't move as much. The hard concrete used to be at BU.
They put the tire down and they just put the surf and put it on top of that.
I don't know, anybody caught the, as we look at the injured player, it's number 77, David Devaney, or Devaney, depending on the pronunciation as chosen by the family. But
I like Devaney myself.
Devaney, I know a Devaney.
Mr. John Devaney.
Could be Devane, maybe the E is silent, you know.
He's coming off though, and they're helping him.
Being helped off, looks like a right leg.
They hate to see that.
And he's also one of the big guys in the line, Paul.
Yeah, he's 6'2", 200 pounds.
Oh yeah, that was a guy we took a look at earlier.
That's right, you had spotted him in your observations.
Let's see if
All right.
Burlington can keep pushing this.
2nd down and 8. I like
Nice score would be great.
I like the single coverage on the right-hand side with Harrington. Wide to the left is Pierce. Backs are split now with Marmonitis and Buckley. Left side, Teddy with some room. Right down to the 1-yard line.
Very close.
Teddy Marmonitis.
So Marmonitis running hard out there tonight.
Hey, I have a
Down
big...
to about the 1. We'll wait for the swap, but I believe it's on the 1-yard line.
Is that first and goal? Yeah.
Gotta be 1st and goal. We'll see. We'll wait for the spot here. It's on the 2-yard line, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be 1st and goal from the 2.
They have 4 cracks to get in here, Paul. They've been pretty proficient inside the red zone all year. 1st and goal. Walsh to Marmonitis, touchdown! That was easy.
Yeah, another 2 down. That's Burlington, not down.
So Teddy Marmonitis with a 2-yard run, and again, great block by Jim Buckley. I'll tell you,
Boy.
Buckley doesn't get much credit out there, but I'll tell you, he's that lead blocker going into that hole. Teddy went in standing up.
Paul, I'll tell you, he doesn't get much credit maybe from the people or in the stands or whatever, but I know he's respected by the coaching staff. It was his interception that set this up, and Marmonitis goes in from 2 yards out to give the Devils the
Talk about
lead.
a turnaround.
That one looked good.
He's on the money.
14-9.
Valley drives it
Oh,
through.
baby. That's what we're talking about.
Well, you know what? We said the emotion of the start of the game had an effect, and now we're in a spot now where both teams are scrimming the ball, so they know that secret should be out.
Again, all the nervousness and everything before the game, the pregame, all the hype and everything. They got it out of their system. It took them a couple of minutes, but it's out.
One thing I want to make mention of, leading the team out tonight in uniform, number 20, Garrett Redfern. Don't know his prognosis of playing. The word has been around town that they get to the big one, they're going to play, and you know what? I think just to have him in uniform is a big lift for this team.
He's actually dressed the last couple of games. He's been out there in full pads the last couple of games for Burlington, so that's kind of been an inspiration.
Kind of like Junior Seau, if Junior Seau was here.
Oh, okay. Well, Walsh has in the tee, back deep for the Redmen, number 24,
Okay, let's see if,
the mystery man.
let's see if defense can stay very
Flutie's on the
tough
right,
now.
and 34 for the Redmen, Eric Wellhoff is on the left. Walsh will get his foot in the ball and does so. Skips it nicely around the ground. Flutie picks it up at the 18-20, and he's out to the 37-yard line, where Mike Roach makes the stop for the Devils on special teams. 1st and 10 Redmen at their own 38.
Saw another Natick guy limping off. I don't know, something about this surface that people aren't used to here.
I'm not sure how many of these services there are in the Bay State League. I know that the Middlesex League has, one of them in Reading? They're the only one. Woolman will have the new one. Not yet. So it's 1st and 10 for the Redmen.
A huge defensive stand here.
McCummings calling signals, deep handoff to Small. In the hole and down. Out over the 40 to the 41. Lanero's there for the Devils. Along with the...
That front line on the Devils right now playing tough. Little or nothing there for the Natick running game. So they made that quick adjustment after that first series that Natick scored. They showed the speed on the outside. Burlington's made some adjustments. Natick running game right now, not doing much at all.
I think the big adjustment was they didn't want to get blown out. 2nd down and 7. Again, single setback is Smalls, number 3. Inside handoff. No, he keeps it himself and drives out to the 45-yard line where the tackle was made by number 66, Brian Warren, setting up a 3rd down and 4.
You hear the Red Devil spotter yelling out quarterback.
And again, that's a play that we're going back a couple games, Rich, that we saw against Lexington, tried it a couple of times, and in the Woburn game, quarterback sneak picked up some big yardage in both of those games for those teams. So again, Natick, kind of knowing that play seemed to work for Natick.
A huge defensive play coming up right here.
3rd down and 4. Ball's at the 45. They need to get to the 49 right in front of us. McCummings now inside, play action over the middle. It's incomplete.
Oh, almost intercepted.
I don't know if he was I don't know if that was for Mike Slattery or if it was for Matt Hamill, but it fell incomplete. It was almost intercepted by Nathan Pierce.
Yeah, Pierce had a shot at it there. The receiver fell down, number 40. Matt Hamill.
Also looked like some miscommunication. Our receiver looked like he was just running for it.
Yeah, and then he slipped and went down, and Pierce had an excellent opportunity.
So it's 4th down, and they'll punt.
Nice kick.
Spins it out. Pierce will take it at his own 25. Not a whole lot of room. 37, first on the spot. Tommy Brandt for the Natick Redmen on special teams. The Devils will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Good coverage by the special teams that time on Natick on the punt. Again, Nathan Pierce returned a couple of touchdowns this year for Burlington. So again, Redmen covered him very well. Little or no return. In fact, I think a couple of yards on the return.
And of course, the folklore one that will always be is the one against Woburn to tie the game. And nothing can ever be better than that one. Here's Marmonitis left side. Look at him go! He's going outside with some room. 50, 45, and out of bounds at the 31-yard line, Teddy Marmonitis.
I'll tell you, he made an adjustment there on that block. That guy's still looking for his jockstrap because he faked him right out of it. Right around the 50-yard line, at the 50-yard line, he stutter stepped and got around that man, and again, great speed down the sideline.
I guess the scout was wrong.
He faked out somebody on the sideline. That was just a beautiful run. I miss having the guy from the Daily with us.
Again, great play.
32, 1st and 10. Teddy again dives over the bladder and inside to the 29-yard line. 33 on the stop, Mike Zambarano. We've called his name a few times.
Down quickly to the end of the first quarter.
Well, that's because the last minute, Rich, goes faster. You ever watch the clock? Look at it. That last minute goes faster.
It's going real quick now. That should be the last play of the first quarter.
So again, Teddy Marmonitis that time, a great run going down.
Well, let me tell you.
Great adjustment, and again, he's got some wheels too.
Let me tell you, what we expect is what we've got.
Yeah, two evenly matched teams here again.
10 minutes of football in the book, 14-9. Devils on top. It didn't start out well, Paul. Rich, the ball squibbed through the middle.
Yeah.
He got out to the 6-yard line. First play from scrimmage, Walsh gets sacked in the end zone, and we're saying, uh-oh. The free kick comes, and sure enough, we're sitting there and taking care of that. We do have a 4th member of our crew today. Not quite Michelle Tafoya, but we call him Andy Spinelli. Take it away, Andy.
I'm not sure Andy is taking it away.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the education reform act, section 37H, passed on the field legislature, concerns the use of tobacco in school activities.
Well, thank you, Andy. You know what? Andy better score an interview with Doug Flutie before this game's over. That's all I can say.
Doug should be here.
He is here. He has been, he's on the sideline in Navy, right over here. 2nd down and 8 for the Devils. Walsh now sends Marmonitis in motion, pitch to the left. That's Caucasian. Caucasian didn't follow his blocks and got hit by Zambarano. Paul Strati's cousin, I think.
Good pursuit that time down the line by the Natick defense. A quick pitch that time to Caucasian, but not much there. He's going to get maybe a yard at best.
Second down, actually make it third down and 8. Clock is running. Devils are in what I used to call the airplane formation. Double wings, single setback. Inside. There's Pierce on the scissors play. And Pierce is inside the 20 to the 19. We'll have another Burlington first down.
There we go.
He got it. He got the first down again. A nice call that time by McGuire. Pierce coming up, picking up his block there. And again, nice run by Pierce.
Nice misdirection. It was nice, just right up the middle.
So right now, Danny, Burlington's got Natick kind of off balance out there.
Big time.
Big time.
You know what? There's some big concern on the red side of the field right now. They have not been able to stop this wave of offensive power right now. Here comes Teddy. Teddy just bounced off that first guy.
Does, yeah.
Did you see that one? The first guy came through, and he just bounced off of him.
Very rarely will he'll get down with that first tackle. He gets hit, and he just seems to, he's got that low center of gravity. And again, he's behind the big horses over there, Steele and Lanero. So we got 3 yards.
Burlington continues with its no-huddle offense, which I'm not sure Natick is used to or not.
Second down and 7. Single setback now is Marmonitas.
Oh, Jesus.
Not that time. Not that time.
Yeah, that's how Natick brought the house. You can almost see it that time. They were sitting on Marmonitas and just kind of waiting on that play.
Yeah.
So it'll be third down and 7 for the Red Devils. The ball will be at the, I guess that's my job, the 19-yard line. 17 on the board? Maybe it is the 17. We've been known to be wrong twice in our...
So again, the big play that's been working all year for Burlington has been Kevin Pickett, number 85. So we'll see if he comes into play in this here. Big target for Walsh with a 3rd and 7 here.
Looks like Burlington taking a timeout. They want to, this is an important series.
Yeah.
They want to come away with some points down here.
Yeah, and I have to believe that this is 4-down territory.
Absolutely.
Now, the thing about it is that if this was Natick, maybe not. You saw the strength of Russo's foot on that extra point. You know, that extra point was at the top of those goalposts when he knocked it through. He might be good from about 35, especially on a night tonight with the air as heavy as it is. You know what? The place is filling up pretty good, Paul, isn't it?
Yeah,
Look around here.
Yes, you know,
And it's not a bad, you know what? It's not too bad. I mean, I know people walked in and looked at the place and said, oh my God, but it's looking pretty good right now.
It's like this, it doesn't get rain. There's still a fine missed fall.
Huge
So
play for
third down.
Burlington.
The backs are split now. Walsh back to pass. Throws over the middle. It's incomplete. He was going for Kevin Pickett, as we had thought he might.
Yeah, Pickett has been almost his out receiver all year for the big play of going to Kevin.
The only word I can say about him is football player.
He is.
Oh,
He sleeps and drinks football. I'll tell you.
And he's done it for 3 years.
And he's a tough kid out there too. Once he catches that ball.
Okay, 4th down.
Reminds me of young Mr. Andrew Gordon.
Yeah.
You know, the guy who just gets the job done. Not the big name, but gets the job done. Walsh back to pass, pump fake. He's going to the corner for Pierce. Oh! That's a pretty good defensive play ball by 34.
Eric Welloff.
That's a hell of a play.
Yeah, because actually Pierce had position on him, but he came over there, made a nice defensive play, knocked the ball away. Natick's going to actually take over now on downs.
That's okay, though.
Natick taking a chance on that single coverage.
Yeah, again, Pierce showing some speed that time. Walsh with the double pump that time, trying to catch the receiver to come in like he...
So it's 1st and 10 for the Redmen from Natick. They'll be in an I formation. The up back is McCummings. The quarterback is McCummings, and Small is the deep back, number 3. On first down, deep handoff. Smalls, guess what? That's not happening. First guy at the bottom of the pile is 23. We've said his name a few times today, Paul, haven't we?
Yeah, Teddy's been playing, I'll tell you, both sides of the ball. You know, I mean, it's amazing how he has any energy left by the 4th quarter. I'm going both ways, but again, no gain on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 10, and Burlington bringing the house right now, Danny. They're single coverage on the ends, okay, and they're really just bringing the house right now.
Well, Paul, the thing is, those kids play like houses. I mean, look up front. You got Warren 66, you got Lanero 77, Steele 74, and Lundgren. They all go about 242, between 230 and 270. Here's the option now to the left. Oh, there it is! They should. Yo! You know what? Buckley caught it. let me tell you something right now, Paul. If I'm Tom Lamb, I want to get in the locker room because this is not happening. They are in total disarray offensively after that first series where they broke a big play. Outside the big play, the Devils will have their way.
Leo McCummings that time with the ball had a quarterback keeper, came up there, got the ball, got hit hard, ball was jarred loose and recovered by number 40, Jim Buckley. So Burlington in great position. Here we go, Walsh with the quick handoff.
There's Marmonitas. Now, Paul, that was not a forced fumble. He was trying to pitch it. There was an option coming our way. And when he got hit amongst the pile, he tried to toss it to the guy, and it was very, very much ill-advised.
The 1 yard on the play.
Burlington not getting a second chance at this red zone opportunity.
They've been proficient this year, leading the Middlesex League in scoring offense. Here's the blitz, throws it up to the corner.
Jump ball.
It's Harrington. Oh, it's incomplete. Number 4 won the jump ball, C.J. Franklin. Did a real nice job at getting up there. That was mano a mano. Who can go higher?
Yeah, again, a little bit, I think, too much air that time, though. He allowed the defense to kind of get in position.
One thing
nice try by Harrington to go up for it. Again, Harrington, a big kid, 6'2".
Of course, the other thing was is that they were in a big blitz, and Walsh had to get rid of the ball. They picked it up pretty well, but they came with a bunch of them.
So big third down here in this red zone. Burlington needing to come up with some points here.
Third down and 8. Walsh rolls to his right, looking, had Teddy down at the 10-yard line. May have thrown it.
Too bad. That was a nice play, too.
Well set up.
He was wide open again, just overthrew him a little bit. Teddy had some room in front of him once he makes that catch.
He definitely had. It looks like he was going to get that first down for sure.
Well, guess what? Here comes Matt Valley, Paul. We talked in the pregame. He's going to try a field goal. The ball's going to be spotted somewhere around the 20-yard line. It's going to be a 32-yard attempt.
About a 32-yard.
Offset right. He'll have to hook it through a little bit to the right. But obviously it's something they worked on. They feel they have the confidence in this. Marmonitas gets it down. Kick is up. Looks good. And it's good.
32-yard.
Woo!
Matt Valley. Showing some leg on that kick.
Beautiful kick. 17-9 with 6 minutes left in the half.
So again, Matt Valley coming in, Rich, and I'll tell you, what a leg.
I'll tell you, we had to come away with some points. To go down there twice and get nothing, we had to get some points.
And that's a good point. They're in that red zone twice, and they didn't score the first time. This time here, they had a 3rd and long. They got stopped. They come in. Valley puts the 3 points up, and they come out with something. They go up 17-9.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. All the things from the 7-minute and 36 mark of the first quarter on have gone the Devils' way. And that's got to be credited right over there, the sideline.
Exactly.
All 7 coaches, all 47 players, every single one of them decided they didn't want to get blown out of here. And we talked about that briefly with the emotion and everything. And
well, again, Danny, all year, we've been covering this team all year, and the big thing we kept on saying game after game, that senior leadership, it's just incredible.
Walsh along the ground. Picked up by number 37 for the Redmen. And that is Thomas Brandt. We've mentioned his name a couple of times already tonight. And he's out to the 39-yard line where the Redmen take over. First down and 10. Good field position.
Excellent. I think Walsh kind of topped it a little bit there.
Yeah.
He wanted to kick it a little bit deeper, and he kind of topped it and kind of skimmed along.
Does he really know where he wants to kick that ball? I mean, I think he just wants to hit it hard.
He just wants it close to the ground.
He wants to hit that surface and just have it skid.
They have had some opportunities this year where the ball has actually hit linemen and come back to them. All the crazy things happen there.
All right.
First and 10.
For the defense here.
They're in a 6-man front now. I need a 5. Back to pass. Throws the ball up. It's incomplete. That's great coverage by Nathan Pierce.
He had the position.
Nathan Pierce that time picked up the ball again, turned to the ball, but actually almost turned into the receiver in that play.
I thought the receiver might have interfered with him a little bit.
Well, at first I thought it may have been Nathan, and then all of a sudden he got himself good position, and then it became the receiver. Of course, if the NFL, there would have been 12 flags, and they would have had 3 conferences and still wouldn't know what they were calling.
So a close play out there, but Pierce coming up with excellent coverage there, and this kid shows a decent arm, Danny.
I'm actually texting my son over at Arlington Catholic, where the Cougars and a couple of Burlington players. The rush is on!
Oh, he
Oh, baby!
Look at that sack.
Back at the 30-yard line, let me tell you something. You can't get away from a 265-pound lineman with speed like Steele. Small did his job.
Lanero had a beat on him, missed him on when he dove for him. Steele came around the other corner and just buried him.
That's a nice defensive play. Pushes them way back.
That's
First, I think they're going to have to go to close to Concord for the first down on this one.
I mean, that's about almost a 20 yard.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. They have to get the ball to the 48-yard line, and the ball is back at the 18. Third down and 30.
They spotted it.
The 18.
There it is,
18,
yeah.
19 yard lines.
All right. Defense has got to hold them here.
First time shotgun tonight.
Back to pass. He's in trouble! And he's going to go down again.
Down again.
Brian Warren was the first one there, and it was finished off by Jeremy Steele.
They can't stop him.
Right now, that defensive line of Burlington making some plays out there. 2 big losses in a row. Pushing Natick way back. First one was for almost a 30-yard loss. This one here, going to be about another 10, 11-yard loss on the play. So Burlington ought to get decent field position here with 4:36 left in the half.
I'll tell you, this
Brian Warren.
is beautiful. Right?
Brian Warren was number 66, of course. I think I heard his mother saying that he's the guy whose body most resembles Al Pear, who is, of course, the offensive line coach. Nice to see him get some ink the last couple of weeks in the paper because this offensive line has been terrific. Costa, Warren, Mullen, Lanero, Steele, and Pickett have been unbelievable, along with Bobby Moran, who's the extra guy. They just push people around. Here's Russo now. He'll punt. Ooh, that was close. Pierce now is going to let it go over his head. Let it take the roll. It'll be down at the Burlington 39-yard line or so.
Isn't there a fair catch?
I think Pierce lost it in the lights, to be well honest with you. He was looking at it, then all of a sudden he turned quick, and I think he lost it in the lights.
You know what?
Yeah, by that time it was too late.
With what the defense did for them, though, that's not a big problem.
No. And actually, number 60 coming in there for the Red Devils, Costanzo. He had a
pretty good angle.
He had a good angle, and he stopped. I think he was afraid about hitting the kicker and roughing the kicker.
So Burlington could take the rest of the half. It'd be nice for them to go in for another score.
Mismatch on this
Oh,
side.
look at this. Look at this.
Natick wide open.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at Kevin Pickett. Great call by Coach McCauley up here in the box.
Well, I'll tell you, we're watching it over here, and there was only one defender on this side.
They didn't adjust to that at all.
And I'll tell you, Pickett caught the ball, got a couple of blocks, and he's in the Natick territory at the 43. But that one was called right up next to you, Paul.
Yeah, exactly. Again, picked it up. Trips to the right here, and only one defender. So, again, great call.
3 receivers to the left, single setback, Marmonitas. Here it comes again. Look who it is. Kevin Pickett, left sideline. And he's out of bounds inside the 30 at the 24-yard line.
Run Pickett left. It doesn't really matter.
First of all, Paul, if he catches it, who's going to knock him down? They better hope he goes out of bounds.
I'll tell you, Natick doesn't know what to do at this point.
They are very confused defensively, Rich. You're absolutely right. First down and 10.
And now they got them split out a little bit more.
Now it's time to go for the jugular.
Exactly.
You know what?
Exactly.
Walsh has him up. Teddy's alone, setback 23. Pump fake draw inside. Guess what? Look at, that play didn't go, Paul, but he almost got away.
He almost did. He almost did. That first wave almost went by him and missed him.
It looks like Natick has really been working on that fake pass draw up the middle.
Yeah.
They've had that nailed all game so far.
So he lost 5 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
No, we need in a second after this play. 2nd down, 14. Walsh pumps it over the middle. It's incomplete. Dangerous pass to Pierce.
Throwing a little high.
A lot of red bodies in that area too.
Yeah, Mike Russo, number 19 for Natick, had a play on the ball there. Just missed it. Ball again tipped, as we saw in the Pats game yesterday. A lot of that ball being tipped by that.
We'll talk about the Chicago Bears in our next break, because I'll tell you what, that's one impressive-looking defense. Now, the best part, if you look at the porch, we should have a camera for this whole concession thing behind us, Paul. Look at this is something they should have on Fox Sports. Everybody throwing everything at them. Walsh now in trouble, gets the screen away to Marmonitas. And he's caught down from behind. A great play
really
by the
bad.
number 31 Haddon. He's the guy who has their touchdown.
Hey, Nick Haddock that time again. Medina's had some room out there in front of him. He had blockers in front of him, but again, a great play.
Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to go for
Well-
fourth down?
Well, after that last field goal, he kicked the ball that long. I'll help you find him.
Yeah, this is a little out of his range, right? Well, he's on the 23, so.
3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. That's as full can be. There's a numbers game, Paul, over there on the left-hand side of the field again.
4th and 12.
Walsh, here it comes. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Pickett touchdown! Wow! And he throws the ball left-handed, Paul. He throws it left-handed.
Tight end option.
What a beautiful play.
You know what, Paul? The kids are going to give him a hard time on the bus on the way home because it wasn't pretty.
It wasn't.
If somebody had a gun, they would have shot it. But you know what? It was effective. A 29-yard touchdown.
Saying, please, just let me catch the ball. Don't let me drop it.
So Harrington has a touchdown. Valley, the point after is good.
Good.
2:21 left at a raucous Leary Field as the teams come back upfield. Burlington 24 and Natick 9. We're going to go down to Andy Spinelli if we can find him somewhere among the mayhem. All right, where is Andy? We found him. Who knows?
But again, a play that we haven't seen all year. Kevin Pickett, again, Coach McGuire pulling one out of the trick bag.
We're trying to get to Andy here.
It is Andy. He's in men's clothes tonight, too.
That's probably good.
Technology that we have here.
Tell him Doug Flutie, that's all we want to know. He's right in front of him. Walsh has the ball on the tee. Devils have brought this crowd to life. And Walsh skips it along the ground, right to 7, Bret Flutie. Into the middle of the field, he fumbles! And I think he recovered it.
He did. I think he
No,
recovered
well,
the
no.
ball.
A lot of Burlington people are pointing, but no, the referees point to Natick.
Tried to do a little high hurdle there, and he got
Let me
whacked
tell you
as he was
something.
growing up.
I've coached against Doug and Darren. I've coached against his cousin. I watched this kid here. They're all the same. They run like gazelles. They can fly.
But as he was making that leap, he got whacked as he was about mid-air.
And that will bring me back to my Chicago Bears reference in a second.
So 2:14 here, left in the half.
Natick has
Now 24-9.
three or four timeouts, and they have to be careful about desperation because that's when mistakes happen, Paul.
That's right.
McCummings is under quarterback. Under center, back to pass, play action. Looking in trouble. He ain't getting away. Number 74 is Jeremy Steele.
Boy, that guy is getting tossed around tonight.
Jeremy Steele got him in a wrestling hole and just drove him right into the turf.
Boy, their
Smalls.
QB is taking a beating tonight.
McCummings did gain a yard. It'll be second down and call it 9.
And more importantly, the clock continues to run here in the first half. And like you said, Danny, I think Coach Lamb just wants to get out of here right now and regroup at halftime.
They are the way the Devils were at the 7:36 mark of the first period. Here's the other McCummings in. He fumbles!
Oh, no.
They got it! They got it! And it's Burlington ball! Paul, I'll tell you what was happening. That was a flea flicker. The running back turned to pitch it back, and somebody got a hand in on it. And Burlington has the ball now, going for the big one.
129 left.
They have 3 timeouts as well.
Burlington has 3 timeouts left. And again, this is the time right now. Go for the jugular.
They want to drive that stake in their heart.
Here's Walsh. Inside Caucasian.
Medina's.
Uh-oh. Guess what? There's Caucasian.
Oh,
And he's still on his feet.
I'll tell you, he's, again, a lot like Teddy.
Yeah.
Refuses to go down. Same type of running. Timeout, Burlington.
We have a timeout on the field.
Burlington takes their second timeout of the half.
Well, let me make my reference to the Chicago Bears. You want to see a football team that goes after the football. They put a display on Sunday night. You know, Brian Urlacher gets a lot of publicity and press, and he deserves it. He's good. But that kid Lance Briggs, number 55, is a stud. I mean, he's all over the field, and you know, they don't go and grab the ball, they punch it. That was the thing that really impressed me, and they don't miss.
Here we got the same thing. We have 3 and 1 defender back there.
But it's not being picked up on this side of the field.
No, it isn't.
They're in a zone. You know what? They can't do this here. Where's the number 3? Go ahead, point, Paul, point.
Yeah, he's on the inside.
Do a Brady.
Yeah.
Where's the Mike guy? Find the Mike guy.
Yeah. Walsh is...
It's gotten
I don't know what the delay is here.
Wow.
It's gotten noticeably cold and damper here, though.
Update from Arlington. Whittier check 28, Arlington Catholic 21. Still first half. They're scoring some points over there. Neither of those two teams can stop much on defense, but they can put the ball up on offense.
So again, Natick here trying to adjust, and they finally do after.
Yeah, they finally do.
Yeah, what was that about?
We got here's a blitz coming. It's a blitz. Here's it up in the air to Harrington. He's got it for a touchdown.
Unbelievable!
He had single coverage.
Are you kidding me?
He had single coverage. That was the same play on Thanksgiving Day, Paul, that I saw on the sideline. Ryan Harrington goes in from 35 yards out.
He hit that time. He stood in the pocket. He took the hit, and just as he was getting ready to go down, he let the ball go. Harrington, single coverage down there, out jumps his man and touchdown. So Burlington really putting
they're
the heat
really
on
nailing it in. They want Natick to go into their locker room shaking their heads.
Paul, the kick is up. Listen, Paul,
looks good.
that thing wasn't good from 20. That was good from 40.
Looks like 31 to 9 then, huh?
So Burlington coming back with 31 unanswered points here, and since Natick went up 9-0.
I want you to think about the conversation we had beforehand. We were talking about Dan Walsh. He's a 4-year quarterback. This kid is no rookie. You know, I had the chance to see him after the game on Thursday. You know what? And he's always been the kid who's been in the middle of pressure. Be it back in the days of playing for John Menard back in his baseball team that won a New England championship, right now to high school, taking over as a freshman, and his leadership and his savvy in the field right now, he got croaked as he let that ball go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and you have to give Walsh all the credit in the world on that one because he stood in that pocket until the last possible second, just as he was about to get hit, and he got hit hard. He threw the ball up, and Harrington just cruised under it and scooped it in and touchdown. So.
It's a beautiful play, absolutely.
Well, Walsh going to kick it off again, and these kickoffs have been an adventure for both teams.
I'll tell you, Natick right now is stunned. They're really a confused team right now.
Look at the sideline.
Defensively.
Yeah, they got 77 here.
Right now, Burlington's got all the momentum going. They need the coverage on this punt, and they've been doing a fairly good job on the.
That's a tough kick to field, and it's picked up there by 34.
Got to stay in the lanes.
Oh, who's at the bottom of the pile, Paul? I'll tell you what. Let me tell you, you're going to hear a lot as people break this game down the first half. You're going to talk about Marmonides and Walsh and Harrington and Pickett. Buckley's had an interception. He's had a fumble recovery. And he's made big tackles on both defense and special teams.
Well, like I was saying, too, Jim Buckley's that lead blocker for Teddy going into that hole. And I'll tell you, he's been just blocking the daylights on him. He's got a lot of hide out there, and really...
Well, let's see what Natick does if they try to score or just want to get out of here.
You know what? They're getting the ball in the second half. They may want to sit on it.
Burlington back about 30 yards here.
Of course, John Madden said somebody wanted to sit on it 1 year, too. Oh!
Oh, jeez.
I'll see you later. Right now,
Paul Lanero. Should I say any more? Now listen, Paul. Here's the funny part is that they've got 2 quarterbacks. Number 1 is named Theo McCummings. He's a senior. He seems more of an option quarterback, and Scott McCummings seems to be more of the guy who's going to throw the ball. So obviously, you know, it might be one of those deals back to Burlington. No, we're not going to talk about 1970s, are we?
think Natick should take a knee and just get out of
Natick is just going to
dodge.
run this play out here. Natick just wants to get out of here and get regrouped.
The problem is if you put the ball in the air, two things can happen. Or three things can happen, and two of them are bad.
We got a long count here. Trying to draw Burlington.
Here's a throw over the sideline to number 40, and that is Matt Hamill, their big receiver. He's been quiet thus far. We don't want to wake him up at halftime either.
Yeah, again, and Burlington will give him that play all night, okay? Just a... yeah, he picked up about 5 yards on the play.
Natick
Went
is
out
still
of bounds.
trying. They have probably time. They got 15 seconds. They may get a playoff. 2 if they're lucky.
So ball's on the 35-yard line, 3rd and 7 for Natick. Trying to spread the defense out here.
Burlington way back.
Burlington ran it.
Here's McCummings back to pass.
That line
Throws it down the middle of the field. Oh!
He is just
What a great hit. Let me tell you. And let me tell you something. Hey,
Well, that receiver.
you know, Mr. McCummings didn't do his receiver any favors there. He threw that ball up over the middle.
And another Natick player is down.
And I'll tell you, he took a shot and a half out there. Mike Roach there just lowered the boom.
I'll tell you, I think this is a serious mistake on Natick's part. 10 seconds left in the first
And like you
half.
said, Danny, he let his player.
Oh, he threw it up there,
The
and
ribs exposed. He went up for the ball. Give him credit. He went up there, and that's how you really get hurt.
I mean, he just had the wind. I think he's okay. He just had the wind knocked out of him. But you know what? That's not.
Nailed.
And I'll tell you something.
He's on his feet.
Yep.
That's going to play in the second half because he's going to go out there and trying to catch a pass in that second half, and he's going to hear footsteps. So number 3, Anthony Small.
Now
Natick
Smalls.
is, still trying.
No, he's going to punt now.
They're in punt formation. And I'll tell you,
This is-
totally confused. They only had 10 men out on the
They
field. They had to
don't
take
know.
another time.
Well, Smalls was probably part of that. Now Smalls is also the guy who started the game at tailback. Okay, so
But I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised that they're kicking here. I thought they would have just let the clock, taken a knee and let the clock.
well, they got to do something.
Burlington's coming to block.
Fair catch it.
Get away from it. Get away.
Let it go down, and let me tell you something.
That's going to do
Yeah,
it.
let the
We have just reached the end of the first half, and I'm telling you, it wasn't pretty to start, but boy, let me tell you something. It just started and it didn't stop. A momentum known as the White Force from the other side of the field, the Burlington Red Devils, put on a show for 17 minutes and 36 seconds, where they scored 31 unanswered points.
And that's the key, 31 unanswered points, but it wasn't just the offense. Defense came up with some big fumble recoveries, some big hits out there, quarterback sacks, and like you said, Danny, offense, defense, and special teams clicking right now for Burlington. Tough start, but I'll tell you, they regrouped awful quick.
Now, Rich, we talked in the beginning, right after the 9 points hit, before our broadcast crew was ready, before the fans were ready, about the emotions of the game. It looked like it was getting them out of their control, but all of a sudden, 9-0 may have been that slap in the face they needed to wake up.
I think it's also having the state championship cheerleaders here doing their cheering.
Somebody had to throw that in. That's why we have them, you know.
And of course, I think having this incredible marching band,
Yep.
along with the dancers, who I greatly appreciate.
You know, you're absolutely right.
The only thing that's missing is really the hockey cheerleaders. If we could only have them here, it would be a complete half.
But again, a good first half all around for Burlington. They really showed, and again, we were talking about it and we keep saying it, but that senior leadership keeps coming back and coming back.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we're at
it's going to
halftime.
be made at halftime. This is where the good teams.
Well, right now there's 2 teams going in the locker room. One just walked in, and one is running up the hill behind us. The team that's running is the team in white. We've reached the end of the first half. It didn't start out pretty, but it certainly ended strong. 20 minutes to go. Burlington 31 and Natick 9 will be back with second half action after the band.
It's probably someplace where it's warm. The captain from both undefeated teams. Number 15, Daniel Walsh. Number 20, Garrett Redmond. Number 74, Jeremy Steele. Number 77, Paul Warrior. And number 85, Kevin Pickett. For Natick Redmen, number 4, C.J. Franklin. Number 31, Nick Haddad. Number 32, Tom Henry. Number 79, Kevin Smith.
Welcome back to Leary Field on the campus of Acton-Boxborough High School. We've reached halftime and second half action about to begin. Burlington up by a score of 31-9. Had the opportunity, Paul, to see a lot of Natick people who are in shock. As much as Burlington was in the first 2 minutes, Natick right now has won that crown for the last 17, and they've got some work to do in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to get the ball here to start the second half. And again, you know, talking to the coach here beside me, and again, street fight right now. Burlington's got to come out right now, stop Natick right now, make a statement, okay, and then from there on just play solid football. But right now, they can't let Natick come back and start getting some momentum in this game. Here we go.
Walsh kicks it off. It's squibbing. It's off the hand. It's rolling around. It's picked up by number 34. That looks like that's number 34. Eric Wellhoff made a big play right before one of our touchdowns. And sure enough, the Devils.
His name a couple times.
Who's that?
Wellhoff.
Yeah, Wellhoff said he's been one of the bright spots for the Redmen. So it's 1st and 10 for the Redmen. The ball's at their own 35-yard line. The quarterback will be Theo McCummings. They've been going with Theo and Scott McCummings, Theo the junior and Scott the freshman. I think that Scott is a much more prolific thrower than Theo is, who's more of an option runner. So here we go. Option to the left side is called by Coach McCauley. McCummings down the line. Guess what? 74. Who else? Jeremy Steele.
Steele with great pursuit down the line that time. They had an option to the left side here, looking to pitch it, but again, Burlington was just penetrating the defense, got in there, and the play was dead from the get-go.
Anything that you found at halftime, Coach Kaplan?
I found the bathrooms.
Oh, that was an adventure, wasn't it?
And I had to warm up my toes ever so slightly.
Actually, I think it's been quite balmy here tonight. It's a beautiful night for football in central New England. As I said to Coach McGuire on 2nd down and 11. Inside counter play. Guess what? He can get away from one. He can't get away from two. Teddy Marmonitas missed him, but Jeremy Steele, Paul Lonero did not.
That was a nice fake, but a good recovery by Burlington. Looks like they're picking up right where they left off.
Yeah, it was good, but again, good pursuit of the ball that time. They didn't go for the fake, and again, Burlington making some good tackling out there now. They've improved dramatically from their first series that they had to start the game.
Of course, that was Thad McCummings with the carry, so the entire McCummings family has been involved in the contest tonight. 3rd down and 12. Wide receiver Hamill to the right has single coverage with Pierce. McCummings looks it over. I formation behind him with Small as the deep back. Play action, back to pass. The blitz is on. McCummings comes to the outside. He throws it down the field. And it's going to be incomplete, out of bounds. It'll be 4th down. And the Redmen will have to send out their punting job. Great job for the opening series for the Devils. Something that they had to do right away.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted to go 3 and out, and again, they kept Theo. They kept him contained, okay, and they had great pursuit, and he had to hurry up that pass last time, and again, way out of bounds, not even close to the receiver. And Burlington should get decent field position here on their first possession of the second half.
4th down, and we're going to call it 12. Russo's in punt formation. Back at the 35-yard line is Caucasian and Pierce.
Whoa.
Oh, geez, that was close.
Just missed.
No.
Caucasian picks it up, drops it, and then goes back to the 25-yard line and retrieves it.
Well, you got to be real
You know what? Let me tell you something. It's a very difficult lighting here.
It is. You're losing the ball in the light.
You know what?
Something like that, though, when you have a damp night, a wet night, unless you got a clear shot at that ball, you don't want to change the momentum around. And they lost 15 yards in that
And
play.
the two, well, I was going to roll if he didn't catch it anyways, but the 2 times he caught it, he hasn't caught it square. He's caught it like a wide receiver off to the side. 1st and 10 for the Devils, big offensive series here, more for Natick. Here's Teddy left side. They'll push the pile out to about the 28-yard line. 32 is Henley, I believe his name is, Thomas. We mentioned his name several times. Number 45, also in the play, Brian Reynolds. A gain of 3 at 2nd down and 7.
Teddy continues to get something out of nothing. Just when you think he stopped, he scored Sioux for about 2-3 more yards.
Right now, that Natick defense is keying on him. They got 2 or 3 guys that are just keying on him every time he gets the ball.
2nd down and 7. Now they're in a house formation. The up back is Buckley, an unheralded player tonight. Marmonitas, left side, bounces off a 1, keeps going. Think he has the football. There's some pushing and shoving going on. Bobby Moran, 67 in the game for the Devils. He's the white shirt there who's driving his man back.
A nice pursuit by Natick to hold off that corner.
Yeah, exactly. Again, Teddy hide behind his blockers, but again, Natick just stacked it up that time. No place to go. He picked up, we'll give him a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and 6.
More importantly, that clock is spinning, Paul. When the snap comes, it's going to be under 7 minutes left here in the 3rd. Clock working against the Redmen. Play action rollout. A little pop pass to Teddy Marmonitas with lots of room on the outside. He breaks a couple tackles into Natick territory.
Beautiful
play. That play was made again, Marmonitas, but again, a great block by Kevin Pickett on the outside. Kevin Pickett just blew his man out, knocked him about 3 rows deep into the stands. Plenty of running room for Teddy to go up the sideline on that play.
1st and 10 at the 45. Natick has had no answer for the Red Devil defense, Red Devil offense here tonight. Outside of the first play, which was a safety.
Exactly. And again, Walsh was showing a nice touch that time. Didn't throw it high, just put it, just kind of floated it in there.
Again, a 4-year starter. I'm telling you, it's a novelty. It's Teddy. Right side of the line. That usually means Warren and Steele. And they just drive it down, gaining about 6 in the play, 2nd down and 4.
I don't think Burlington will be stopped.
Well, right now they're going, again, the ball, the offensive line is coming off the ball tremendously, and they hit Natick and knocking him 2 or 3 yards off the ball, and that's all Teddy needs. He needs a little bit of room like that to run, and he's finding it.
The ball was marked back at the 40-yard line. We're going to call it 2nd down and 5. Backs again split, Buckley and Marmonitas. Wide left is Harrington, wide right Pierce. Right side it's Teddy. He gets through one part of the pile.
Nice surge by the line.
Oh, I'm telling you, they've been, we talked about it, Paul and Rich, you guys, this is your pride. Your kids were, and you enjoy it, but still, though, your kids were offensive linemen. They don't get their names in the paper all the time, but you guys can know, and you guys can see the job that they're doing.
Absolutely.
We got an official timeout.
Well, I wanted to mention, I don't want to jinx the game, but I don't think there was a single flag thrown in the first half. Very quick, very clean game.
Wow. You know what?
So something with 45 here. The referee came over. They had
he may have some blood. Maybe some blood, Paul.
I think there's an arm on the field, actually.
It's funny to say, though, speaking about arms, though, how Bret Favre said it was the cast of Teddy Bruschi that hit a nerve and caused numbness in his hand.
So we got 3rd and 2 here.
House formation, Teddy. Guess what? You don't stop the house. Look at Pickett. Look at Pickett. Blow the whistle, boys.
Blow the whistle. God, the play.
They're going sideways. Good, that's what we wanted. Yes, it was. It's a first down for Marmonitas in the left side of that line.
It's a quick quarter. We got 5 minutes left.
We like them that way.
Yeah, we do.
When you win 31-9, it's the best thing that can happen.
So again, that time over the left side, so went over Monero that time.
It doesn't matter. They're big, they're strong, and they work hard. Look at cut by Teddy.
What a beautiful run. Yeah. You can see that from up
Oh.
there. He just turned on a dime.
The thing that's impressive is that how fast he hits that hole.
Yeah.
Okay, as soon as that man makes contact, the offensive man makes contact, Teddy's already behind him. He makes his cut real quick.
It's beautiful. He doesn't need much of a hole. When you're that quick, you just need it for a
He's
second.
picking up 4 and 5 yards on every first down that they've had here on this drive so far.
Second down, we're going to call it 5, Paul. 28-4-20 and running. Here's Teddy right side again. Very close. He keeps going. Very close to a first down.
It's got to be close. It depends on the spot of the ball, but I think he's going to have the first down. Second effort right now, and he's got the first down. So chains are moving.
Coach Chuck McCauley next to us is certainly enjoying this performance. I think the ladies are getting a big kick out of him. He's putting on quite a show. You guys aren't used to this, though. This is the show we always get from the guy in the headphones. It's the stuff you can't pay for.
So first and 10, they're on the 22-yard line, and more importantly, the clock under 4 minutes here in the quarter. So a very fast quarter here.
Here's Teddy again, right side. Look at that. There's another 5 on first down.
He turns so quick. I'll tell you.
Unfortunately, Coach McCauley doesn't realize he's no Alpair.
Again, you would think because the field was a little slickier tonight, you'd be a little bit slipperier out there, but I'll tell you, good footing out there, and he made a tremendous cut on that last play and picked up 4 yards.
The one thing these fields do, Paul, is they drain very, very well. And they sit there and they certainly have, great footing, even in conditions like this. When the heavy rain's coming, it can be a problem, but...
Oh, they finally stopped?
Well, they went to the ball maybe once they had kind of stacked up that side that time.
Set up, set up, set up.
They finally figured it out?
Set up, set up, set up.
Right, now you've got your play-action pass.
There you go.
Had single coverage here on the left-hand side again, so I'd watch that again on number 4.
The only problem, Paul, I don't know if you want to be throwing the ball to the wide side of the field. Danger, 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 so to speak. A 6+2 is a 2-touchdown game, so I'm sure they've got something here that they want.
All right, Walsh didn't like something over here.
You know what? I guess what they want is a timeout.
Well, this is a very important series for Burlington. You use up all of the quarter, go and get some points, and then you just
and that's the big thing, Rich. They need to come out. They're on the 20-yard line now, so they're in the red zone.
Well, let's see. We're on a 37-yard field goal, too.
Yeah.
And after seeing the way Matt Valley hit the field goal that he hit from, where's my numbers? Flip back, flip back.
30-something yards, 32
yards.
yards.
29?
I think I spilled my hot chocolate on it.
Paul and I have
I got a 32-yard field goal.
And you are absolutely correct, Paul. So, right now this is a 37-yarder with the leg that he had on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly within range.
What do you think? Play action, screen,
I'd
something
watch
like
Harrington
that?
over here.
I'd watch it. Oh,
He's
yeah.
got single coverage.
Little post. Here comes Pickett in motion to the left. Who's that? That's Marmonitas. He's down to about the 18-yard line. 31 for the Redmen at the bottom of the pile. Nick had their touchdown early in the game, and
Harrington was wide. Harrington made a move in the end zone, was wide open on that play.
well, you may have a setup here, Paul. Set up, set up, set up. Fourth down. It's less than 5.
Looked like about 4th and 4.
Less than 5. So you could have long counts. You could have, and again, single coverage for Harrington. This is something they work on over the summertime. Guess what? Here it is.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Great play.
Oh, did that hit the ground? You know what? It was there. What you didn't see it wasn't so much Franklin, Paul, as the other guy, the linebacker or the free safety in the middle of the field who got a hand on it.
That was a nice defensive play, I got to say, because that was a beautiful play, nicely set up. That was a great defensive play. I thought he had it from up here for a second.
I thought it bounced at the turf and he ended up in his hands.
So Natick dodges a bullet here. Burlington had an opportunity in the red zone. Take over on down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 17.
But Natick still has big problems. They have to figure out this Red Devil defense. And Scott McCummings is the quarterback, the freshman. Oh.
Movement over there on the
Yeah,
left
there's
side.
the flag. Yeah. Well, Rich,
penalty
so
of the
much for the shutout. As a referee, we pride ourselves in throwing shutouts. Well,
Well, in this case, you
you
had to
just
throw
put
it
the
on this
referee jinx on.
So the
one.
left
That's
tackle
all right,
there-
I jinxed Natick.
So the left tackle flinched a little bit on that play. All they needed. Moves it
We're
back-
under
moves it back
2
to the
minutes
12
in this
moves it back to
quarter.
the 12-yard line now.
Great. Nice way to start the series.
First down and 15. I formation, 2 receivers to the right. Play action, back to pass. Out for Hamill, and it's incomplete. It was thrown a little shy. Marmonitas on coverage. They would backed well off to give him the short stuff. They'll give him all that stuff now, especially if it's inbound, so the clock can run.
Absolutely.
Kind of skipped it in there. He went down to his knees, so he wasn't. Play was automatically dead end. If he caught it, it was dead right there. If he did catch it, and again, ball skipped into him.
Well, Natick's just got to try to get a first down, which they haven't seen one in a long time, I don't believe.
Yeah, they've been 3 and out for the last, I think, 3 series, if not fumbles and interceptions and what have you. So
Second and
Okay, this is
15.
a huge play here for the Burlington defense.
here's a draw, nicely done.
Oh, geez.
And that's Smalls. Out of bounds. Throw the flag.
See, where do they spot it?
No, Chuck is right there. You know, he did throw the ball at him. Well, you know what? It's been a tough day for him. You know what? Frustration building up. He had himself a hell of a day on Thanksgiving. He's coming in as their big running. And you know what?
And a big first down, though. Or,
No, it's third.
No, third
Is
and
that
4. I'm sorry,
third and 4.
I thought that was going to be 4. I lost track of all the downs.
There was a penalty on the first down.
That's right.
It was your penalty, Rich.
It was my penalty. Thank you very much.
I formation on 3rd down and 3, we'll call it. Pitch to the right.
Got the first down.
Small drives him down out of bounds. He'll have a first down up by the 36-yard line.
First down for Natick in quite some time.
So again, you don't want this momentum to start changing here. Ball's on the 35-yard line.
They're still 65 yards away. You know,
Don't want any quick scores. That's the thing.
that's right. You know what? Don't turn the tourniquet. Just put it on. You know, let it bleed, but don't sit there and panic. Play defense. I formation, McCummings, the young one. That's a Scott in the game. The deep back is Smalls, number 3. The up back is McCummings, number 6. On first down. Play action fake. Rolling out. Throw is down the field. It's up for grabs. And it's incomplete.
Oh, incomplete.
Mike Roach came over, number 36, played it perfectly, timed his jump and knocked it down.
I thought he
Again,
might
a lot of air under that ball that time. It was kind of a jump ball. Roach went up there and knocked it down, but
that was right
dangerous
right for an interception. Not a good passer so far. We've heard from some of the Natick people that their offense is actually much, much better than this.
well, again, you don't go 11-0.
That's right.
I don't care what league you're playing in. You're going to have a
Bay State has been representative over the years, some fine athletes, some fine football players.
Go back 2 years, they're 26-0.
That's right. Good point. Oh! Ball's on the ground. It looks like Natick has it. Burlington's not going to give up, though.
Referees are taking their time getting in there.
Scott McCummings recovered his own fumble.
But Burlington in on that like lightning.
That may have been a tuck rule.
Is that Pickett again?
Of course it is. You know what? Pickett.
We'll never be able to live with him after today's game.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know, it's not the blocks, it's not the pass catches, but that touchdown pass is going to be a lot of stories in the family.
So 3rd and 17, a big play here. Whether they get it off or not.
Well, Mrs. Pickett, you got to keep him in line now because there's no living with him after tonight.
We're down to 10 seconds. Last play of the quarter. Back to pass McCummings. Throws it to the outside to Hamill. Wow. He's hit nicely there by Nathan Pierce, number 84.
Beautiful.
That's
Beautifully
forces
done.
a 4th down.
You know what? I have to sit there and I have an apology to make. I've been calling Kyle Pierce Nathan all day, and so have you.
Oh, I know Kyle.
You said Nathan earlier.
It's Nathan's famous hot dogs. It's Kyle Pierce.
Nathan and I had a chance to stay in the sideline during the Thanksgiving day and share some Burlington High School memories and what have you. So, end of 3 quarters, 31-9 Burlington.
Looks like we're going to be going.
We're looking.
Quarter.
What do we got on the sidelines?
Right in front of the pole, but that's great. Go.
We're going down to the sidelines, Andy Spinelli. Take it away, Andy.
Hey, number 10's on the sideline. Sean, over here. Sean, 10's on the sideline. Out here. Sean, out here. Take a timeout. Out here. It's right out here. That's illegal.
So it's fourth quarter action. And here's the punt coming away from Russo. Oh, he wobbles it. And it goes out of bounds at the 44, 45-yard line.
Not a very good kick.
Another nice break for Burlington.
Natick trying a little trickery over here.
The old sleeper.
Well, they're trying to hide the player here on the sideline, okay, on the,
Yep.
the other players over
The old
here.
sleeper.
But thankfully, the Burlington spotter here caught it a mile.
Coach McCauley's on a roll tonight.
And I'll hear his voice in my
Can we please provide some medication to calm this guy down?
So ball's on the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 to start the fourth quarter.
He's got to go back after the night,
All right,
so.
all Burlington has
He's
to
on a
do is
one-night
just keep
pass.
moving this ball.
1st and 10 at the, let me get the 44. It's just shy of the 45. Here's the handoff to Teddy Marmonitas, left side. He bounced and kept going forward. What else is new? Behind the block of Ben Mullen, 56. We haven't mentioned Ben much tonight. He's part of those 6 guys up front, 7 guys, including Kevin Pickett, their tight end, who have just done a tremendous job. And tonight has certainly been no exception.
We picked up 3 yards on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 7, and more importantly, the clock continues to run here. Walsh, he's done a good job this year. When he's needed to kill the clock, he's come out there and he's got the full, takes the full complement of time.
Play action Walsh. There it is, a little dump off to Teddy. He's got himself a first down. He's over the line at the Natick 44, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Devils. They'll line up, they'll set the stakes, and they'll spin the clock again. These referees want to get out of here.
Yeah, that clock is running down, folks.
Again, Teddy just flaring out there. He was wide open on the sidelines, hit him with a quick pass, knew what he needed for a first down and picked it up.
1st and 10 for the Devils. Ball's at the Natick, we'll call it the 45. Full house backfield now. Teddy behind the left side. Has some room. Steps over a couple, and he goes down just shy of the 35, close to another first down.
I'll tell you, he was 1 block away from going that
Oh,
time.
I'll tell you.
He hurdled, he got 2 or 3 guys out there.
That was a beautiful run right down their throat.
Picks up 9 yards on the play, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
We're down to 8.5 minutes left.
Wow, this AC game's wild. From Arlington, the score is 42-34. Here's Teddy again. You know what? I'll tell you what, the pounding that Natick has taken up front is starting to have the effect now. You know what? When you're down 31-9, that clock's spinning, and you get those guys just jamming the ball down your throat all day, it starts to take its tear. And right now,
Who was the lead block on that?
that was Buckley.
Who was it?
Jim Buckley.
Buckley?
You know,
Boy, does he push people out of the way.
I think we should have the Rich point, like the Tommy point. I'd be giving my Tommy point, my Rich point to Buckley. Interception, fumble recovery, and the lead blocking has been outstanding. Teddy again.
And again, all they're doing is just running off tackle both sides either way. And again, Buckley leading the charge out there, just clearing it out. I mean, he's making it easy. Not that it's easy, but I mean, he's making it a lot easier.
Making it
for
look
Teddy.
easy, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's picking up 4 or 5 yards every time. On every first down, he's picking up 4 or 5 yards.
2nd down and 7.
Well, if they can't stop it, you keep running it.
Well, that's it.
2nd down and 7. He's gonna let the clock spin right down.
Again,
Oh,
Walsh
yeah.
is taking all the time in the world out there right now.
Here comes the zone blitz. Yeah, that time they got him.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right. More importantly, it'll take almost another minute off the clock while they.
Well, I didn't get much on that.
In fact, they stopped him for no.
Somebody is limping. 67. Uh-oh.
That's Bobby Moran. Bobby Moran's number 67. He is the 6th member of that offensive line, along with Steele, Lanero, Costa, Mullen, and Warren.
Looks like he twisted an ankle.
Leg, so.
Yeah. Now, he's a very important guy in that offensive line. He's the guy who gives the big boys who are playing both ways a blow offensively. You know, Lanero's the one. Here comes 64 now into the game. That's Todd Bettinson. You know, so he'll come in and And he'll go to
Travis's
guard.
brother.
Yes, it is.
No
See?
kidding. Part of the Mark Bettinson.
That is correct. Of course, Mark Bentonson, more infamously known for his hockey playing days.
Yes.
At the age of, what, 38, 39, still trying to play?
Absolutely. And doing a great job.
That's a good sign. He's walking off.
He's walking off.
That is a good sign, yeah.
He's walking off.
Looks like he could have just sprained it, let's hope.
So now the clock will spin again. Devils come out of the huddle. There's the line of
7 minutes
scrimmage.
to play. Letting the clock run down.
58, Paul, is, find me a number. That's Ben Mullen. He's lined up as a tackle eligible on the right side. Here's a pitch to Caucasian.
Nice pitch out, oh.
Keep going, Paul.
Pass one block.
Keke keeps making a miss. Guess what? He's in! Oh, give it on!
Walk down
No,
the line.
he's out of the 5, Paul. He's out of the 5.
Very close.
Oh,
Beautiful
He
run.
made a move over there. He was actually running sideways going down the sideline.
he was out of the 5-yard line. Paul Caucasian with the first down. Michael Caucasian. Paul's a former life. Paul, I'm getting old. I say the name's right. It's just the wrong it's the wrong family member.
So he went out at the 4-yard line, so it's going to be first and goal from the 4-yard line with 6:21 left in the game.
Walsh, Teddy, left side.
I'll tell you, he's going to be...
Give it on. Touchdown!
Another Burlington touchdown. That's on a round.
Teddy goes in from 4 yards out.
And you know what? And he earned that. It was his touchdown. It's been his night.
I think it's been his year, actually.
So again,
Beautiful play.
that's kind of the frosting on the cake right now. They're going to point after it saying,
I tell you, Natick will need a miracle or two to
who else
get
is
back.
holding? Teddy's holding.
And you know what?
Ball down, the kick is up, and it's...
Oh, boy. Valley bangs it through.
That's it.
The kick is good.
38-9.
6:14 left here in the fourth quarter of play. The teams come back upfield. One is running and one is walking. The team that's running is in white. They've been running since the 7-minute and 36-second mark of period number 1. And they've scored 38 unanswered points. This has been just amazing.
I mean, that's been the key right now. The 38 unanswered points. Natick has never been able to get back on track here after they scored that 9 points. Burlington has just completely taken over this game, offensively, defensively, and special teams.
Yep. You can see it over there. They're headed to the exits.
I'd say it's time to say goodnight, turn out the lights.
I was going to say, is Danny Dawn around?
The party is over.
Man.
And again, a great drive by Burlington that time, coming down, really chewing up a lot of the clock.
Natick had won 26 straight coming in.
Fox? Oh, probably. Yeah, next up for Super Bowl, hate to even say that word right now, but Saturday, the winner of this game will go on to play in the Division II Super Bowl this Saturday.
Buffalo, Houston, 1983. Orchard Park. Oh, yes, had it sitting there. 52 for the Red Devils with a white shirt on special teams.
What you guys know, both the...
Michael Ciano.
Michael Ciano's made a lot of plays on special teams this year. He might be the guy.
Michael's been a great special team player. We mentioned his name a lot
Actually,
this year.
both the Globe and the Herald picked Burlington to win this game.
Yeah, by a touchdown.
So they know something.
They also picked the Bears.
The Bears. No
The
way.
Bears. First down and 10 for the Redmen. Wide to the left comes Hamill along with Smalls.
I don't know what Natick thinks it's going to be pulling off, but I'm sure they're going to be trying.
Well, you know what? You don't win 26 in a row without having this type of athletes there. The ball is complete to the right side of the field. And that goes to number 4, C.J. Franklin. We gained about 4 in the play, second down and 6.
More importantly,
Clock
the clock
is still
continues to
running.
roll.
The champions of the Bay State League come in 1 in 26 straight. Tom Lamb, one of the longtime coaches in Eastern Mass football, has been at Natick for many years. Had the opportunity to coach the guy in the sideline who won the Heisman Trophy at BC. It's intercepted!
Kevin Pickett! Kevin Pickett! Just grabbed it out of the air.
Well, he's caught a couple passes. He's caught a couple passes.
What a terrible
Kevin
play.
Pickett with the
What a
big
terrible-
interception. in traffic.
What a
He's caught
terrible
passes.
pass.
He's sacked the
That's
quarterback.
going to just about do it here. We got about 5:28 here left in the game.
Kevin Pickett. Oh, I think he wanted the touchdown on that, too.
I'll tell you, he was like a freight train running down there, Rich.
Oh,
They took
yeah.
like 5 guys to knock him down.
What
And now
a
it's time to take
terrible
some of the big
decision.
boys out.
Yeah, now,
Well, you know what? It's the pursuit of the Red Devil defense that really did that, Rich. I mean, they've been all over the field.
It was,
You know what?
That's
Ke-
true, but that was a horrible decision to
you
make
have the
on
second
that
offense here
quarterback.
coming in for Burlington.
Kevin Pickett has had a sack. He's had 3 catches. He's thrown a touchdown pass. Now he's had an interception. That's a full plate for a football player. Marmonitas again left side. Inside the 20.
I'm surprised he's in there right now.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
you know what?
Because they got a whole new offensive line in there now. They got the second, a lot
Yeah,
of
let's
second
give
team.
the
Well,
runners,
listen,
let's rest
Paul,
them up for
Paul,
the Super Bowl.
those guys on second stringers, those are seniors who know how to play, who have to play behind Steele and Laniero.
Right.
You know, I mean, Moran's back in the game, 67, I think, at left guard, Paul, so the leg injury,
So that's a good sign.
that's a good sign. There'll be some excitement on Cambridge Street tonight. Caucasian
Oh, look at that.
spins his way inside the 10.
I'll tell you, he can turn it on.
Again, Michael, a very similar running style to
Yeah,
Teddy. Both the same, and again, I don't know how many times we've got them confused this year, the 33 and 23. They're both same running styles, same size.
They really can turn it on at will.
Picks up 9 yards and picked up the first down. Under 4.5 minutes left in the game.
You know, really nothing fancy here, just straight ahead football.
I mean, a lot of the big run side have been just off tackle. Right,
Well-
off tackle right, off tackle left.
and again-
challenge Natick to try to stop them. They've just
you know, you guys know the you know, when you have an offensive line who can block the way that these guys do, who can control that line of scrimmage, it doesn't matter whether it's the Pop Warner E team or the Super Bowl. You control that 2-yard area, the line of scrimmage.
That's right.
You're going to win a lot of football games, and that's been the strength of this team. As good as Walsh and the receivers have been, as good as Buckley and Teddy and Caucasian's been. Here's Teddy again. Going to finish his night. Mamanitas for a touchdown.
So again,
That's it, another Burlington score. Oh my God. Can you
again, Burlington
believe
with
this?
an exclamation point here, 44-9.
Can
Teddy
you
with his
believe
4th
this?
touchdown tonight.
And there go the rest of the Natick fans.
Well, it's time to head for the exits.
Good for us, 'cause we make it easier getting out of here.
That's right. There's 25 parking lots around here and all about 2 miles from the stadium. I don't even know where I parked the car.
You got to know the back ways into these places. Over there by the school is the best place to park.
Matt
Oh,
Valley.
yeah, now you tell me.
Here's Valley's kick. Valley has been letter perfect tonight. 3:41 as we march back upfield.
And that's something we haven't mentioned tonight. Matt Valley, too. Again, 32-yard field goal. He's been perfect on every point.
And
after
6
tonight.
for 6 with the extra points.
He's been kicking very well here tonight.
And we talked about that, Paul, in the first extra point of it being a concern. You know, you had the one blocked against Woburn, you know, and although it's a breakdown, you can still be other things, but
But I'll
this
tell
has
ya,
been.
Teddy's done a nice job, though, spotting the ball,
Yeah.
setting the ball up. A couple high snaps from center tonight. He was able to get the ball down.
And one in particular was on the field goal.
Yeah,
You know, that was a tough ball to handle. He got it down, he got it up in a hurry, and it went good. So, I
Can't
mean,
believe we still got Walsh in the game. I mean, you know,
yeah,
get these guys out of here.
you know what? Well, actually, they're organizing right now. You see him over there? He's kind of pulling that group together, I think. You know, 3 aspects of the game: offense, defense, special teams. And you know what? We don't need Kevin Mannix here. We'll give our own report card. There's A+s right across the board. I mean, really, outside of a very, very, precarious and scary start, it has been just a dominating game. Kid saying, I don't want the ball. Get me out of here.
And that's exactly what he,
Number 21, Ryan Ciccarelli saying, oh my God, it just came to me.
I'm in the wrong football game.
All right, so,
a whole new unit coming here for the Red
no, not yet. Yeah, a lot of guys
Like
up
to
front.
see some new,
Number
some
60.
new numbers coming out.
The 60 is Christopher Costanzo. 87, is Sean Smith.
We got 45.
45 is Lundgren. 36 is Roach. 42 is Tony Cuccinata. Single setback, back to pass McCummings. He'll throw out here, incomplete. Miliano drives him out of bounds. Well, you know, in fairness, Smalls did throw a football at one of our players too, so. Referee's right there to separate them, get them back to the huddle. 3:30 left in this one here. There's a lot of happiness on the Burlington side of the field. The Burlington fans hang around to salute their team on a job well done.
Got about 3.5 minutes left to go in the game.
Here's McCummings, throws it up for grabs.
That's got to be offensive interference.
That should be offensive interference.
Sure, sure. Boy, I'll tell you, he gave
well, you know what? It fell incomplete, so.
It fell incomplete, but that was definitely offensive interference.
Absolutely.
You know what? Let me tell you the.
I just want the game to end.
I was going to say, if you throw a flag, you have to give another play. Referee's probably running back saying, "Hey, 84, I got you covered. Don't worry about it." Corey McNeil put this whole thing together. He's somewhere down the sideline. Andy Spinelli's been here. The Zahoras are upstairs. Catherine's here. The whole gang helping us out, putting this together. Didn't start out pretty, but it certainly ended a lot better than it did. McCummings throws that ball down the field. It's incomplete out of the hands of Bret Flutie. He had it for a second, but look, there are 1, 2, 3, 4.
Gets the crowd going, too.
4 guys amongst the middle of that Red Raider defender. And I will say one thing, Paul. The one thing I think is a difference in this game is the brand of offensive football between the two teams. Really, I mean, Burlington spreads it out, threw the ball more. And it was basically an option team, and they sent 2 men out in patents. They threw to 1.
Oh, look at the coaches go.
Oh, coach has got
the Gatorade bath on the sidelines.
You know what? That's not a bad thing to get, I'll tell you. I've been in Sean's shoes winning a playoff game, and they find you. And you know what? That's one time you don't mind it. 4th down and 10. Burlington coming on a little bit of a blitz. Dump off pass is incomplete. Intended for number 6, Thad McCummings. It'll be Burlington taking over on downs. 1st down and 10, 3:08.
Once again, Natick just cannot move the ball.
One first down and take a knee.
Second half.
I'm just saying, one first down and take a knee for Burlington.
Yeah.
But I believe Natick only had one or 2 first downs in the second half.
The whole second half, right? That's what I was thinking.
There's a lot of noise.
Wholesale changes for the Burlington Red Devils. A lot of underclassmen coming in now. The big hand for the start is going off.
Now, what time is the Super Bowl on Saturday, and where is it?
You know what? Who knows? But guess what? Who cares? Everybody's calling in sick. Backs are split on first down. Matt Roderick, the quarterback. He gives to Matt Valley. Matt Valley gets himself 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
I'll tell you, Matt Valley's he's going to be a good runner next year for the Red Devils. He's shown some spark in earlier games here when he's come in to replace Teddy and Michael Caucasian. So Valley's a decent running back. Again, out of that same style, not a big back.
Yeah, just fast, finds the hole quick.
More importantly, Paul, the clock just keeps spinning. No timeouts to be taken by Natick. Roderick is over center. Again, Valley runs in a big number 46 for the Redmen, Adam Childress.
Well, the clock is coming down.
This should bring us down to the 2-minute warning.
They're going to spin right by it today, Paul. I don't think they even had one in the first half.
Natick must be wondering, what did they run into today? A buzzsaw called Burlington.
Well, they're not the Redmen anymore. They're the black and blue men.
Oh, and the one, you know what, Paul, that's a very good point. The one thing that's really happened in this game, the physical presence of Burlington. I mean, Natick's had people getting hurt all day, not that that's, not part of the game. Look at that. Valley doesn't want to go down.
Valley still wouldn't go down. 3 guys over there trying to hustle him and bring him down.
1:41 and clock running. You know what? Go for it. Just keep the clock moving.
Where are they marking it?
It's 4th down and 10.
So it's 4th and 4 at the 34.
4th and 10, Paul. That's a red head you see over on the other side of the field.
Okay, yep.
The lighting is kind of tough.
Right around the 40.
And when you're on the north side of 40, the eyes don't work as well.
10, yeah.
1:20
Fine
left
mist
in
here
the
tonight.
game.
As you look up into the lights, you can see that it's fine. It's just been really, hasn't been a factor.
Well,
At least not for the Red Devils.
there's Valley again. He goes down, and that'll be change of possession. 1:04, 64 seconds left to the first victory, the first playoff victory in Burlington football history. And I'll tell you what, from what I saw in the highlights on Thanksgiving, and I have no idea, I couldn't even tell you where Bishop Stang is. But I'll tell you what, I'd like a piece of Foxborough. You know what? I like their uniforms. I like, they're like the Redskins in green. They have an old-time coach, Jack Martinelli, who seems to have a lot of fun. And I think that's good. That'd be a fun. Actually, at this point, it doesn't matter who we play, but I'd like a piece of them. They've had some success. McCummings throws it down the field. Intercepted! Hey!
Got it. Can't tell.
22
Too far
or
away.
27? 27 is David Kane. It was David Kane who made the interception.
Kane, all right.
And that's just a terrific story. Good for him.
That should just about do it, ladies and gentlemen. 55 seconds left in the game.
Where's Vinny Testaverde to take the knee? Well, he's in there. He's wearing number 11. He's known as Matt Roderick.
Well, again, the game started a little shaky, but Burlington recovered. I'll tell you, this has been a sensational performance.
Actually,
by
you know what?
Burlington team.
I see Matt Roderick on the sideline.
We're on a mission from God.
Yes, we are.
You know what? This is Brendan Farley at quarterback. He's going to be able to walk off the field with the winning ball in his hand. Yeah, all right. Go ahead and push him, 93. Not your day tonight. I love the guys who do stuff like that in the final
You can
thing.
act tough, but when you just get your butt kicked 45 to 9.
45 unanswered points.
Well, just got to find out where the Super Bowl is now.
It doesn't matter. We'll find it.
We'll find it.
Farley again.
This should do it.
Farley will take the knee, and the Red Devils have come into Leary Field in Acton, Boxborough, and will come away with a 45
What a victory. What
to
a
9 victory, and they're out to salute.
Again, a great effort all the way around. Great effort. We had offense, defense, and everybody. I think we're going down. We're going down to Andy.
Andy's already talking. Well, you know what, boys?
The bandwagon's in front. Let's
Man.
get on it, baby.
What does Tirico, Theismann, and Kornheiser have over us?
That's right.
Nothing at all. Just a terrific win for this program. It's a terrific win for Burlington. And you know what? There's nothing we can say except an outstanding spot for the last 37 minutes and 36 seconds of this game. It was just unbelievable how strongly they came on.
Really, I mean, to take over the complete dominance that they showed after that first series, they just came back, they settled down, and we keep saying it and saying it, but it's that senior leadership this year on this team. It's just been absolutely incredible, Rich.
Yeah, I say let's get on to the Super Bowl. Let's take the whole thing and go home and take a nap.
Hey, we're not playing for number 2.
No, we're not.
You know.
We're going, I mean, we've come this far.
Let's finish it.
We won it all. We need to finish it.
That's right.
Our crew was
Football.
terrific tonight. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the outstanding season that Natick High had. Champions of the Bay State Heegert Division, winners of 26 in a row, a fine coach in Tom Lamb. But tonight, they were second-class citizens to the Burlington Red Devils. Just an overwhelming performance. As good as we thought they were during certain points in time this season, tonight was certainly much better than they ever were. A terrific job. It was great to sit there and call this game, and we're looking forward to going to Collie, Foxborough. We'll go to Cape Cod, wherever. Let's have them at Marshall Simons. On behalf of Paul, Rich, Corey, and the whole gang, so long from Leary Field, the final score, Burlington 45 and Natick 9. Wow.
Man.